What is up, everybody? It's Nell here. How you guys doing today? So in today's video, we're going to see what career success is coming towards you. So as you can see, we have three different piles. Pause the video if you have to. On pile one, we have this pyrite. I love this. I want to get a bunch more. But yeah, we have this pyrite on pile one. On pile two, we have this bismuth. It's very interesting. And then on pile three, we have this titanium amethyst. I actually got this as a gift they used to have at the crystal store near me. They had like little present boxes that you can get where they just put a bunch of stuff in it and it was in there. It's not my favorite piece ever, but for some reason I was feeling really drawn to it today. So yeah, anyways, this is pile three. Alright, so like I said, you can pause the video if you have to. The timestamps are down below to see what career success is coming your way. I do have to say that these are all for entertainment purposes only, and this is a general reading, so obviously take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile one. We're going to see what career success is coming your way. So if you chose this pyrite crystal, this is your reading. Just keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I do have to say legally that this is for entertainment purposes only, so I'll put that over here and let's see what you have. So I did actually pre-pull a card, an oracle card that I'm using for the thumbnail. I was gonna have you guys choose from it, but then I was like, no, you know what? It'd be really cool to just have them choose the crystals with like no context and see if it lines up with what they're actually trying to do in sort of career, what comes up with the oracle card. So the card that you guys got was the throat chakra. So it says self-expression, and the back of the card it says, the passion felt in me cannot be helped but be expressed as I use my voice to put out my message, wisdom, and teaching out into the world. What I have to say is important, and I will say it. I now make myself heard as my heart and my soul express through my body, eyes, and voice. I speak up. So right off the bat, your next career success is going to be something that you are creating, some sort of self-expression, like it says right on the card. So for my artists out there, for my entrepreneurs, for my people who are posting on social media, for anybody who's trying to get into like any sort of writing, journalism, anything like that, this is a really, really good card and a really good pile to have. So I also feel like whatever is coming in for success in terms of career for you guys with this card is something that is very like individual to you. I'm not saying other people don't do similar things, but it's just something about the way you specifically put this out into the world, whether it's the way you specifically teach it, the way that you present yourself, maybe it's the way you dress, the way you look, something like that. There's something just very specific to you and how you do it that people are really going to like and it's going to help lead to the success in your career with this card right here. Obviously for everybody that we all have different careers and everything like that, so it's going to be different how exactly this is coming out, but it could be the way, if you're somebody on social media, it could be the way you edit your pictures or edit your videos. It could be what you're actually making in social media. It could be something that hasn't really been done before or isn't done as well as you do it, something like that. I'm using social media as an example obviously because I post on social media, but just make it pertain to whatever you have to do or whatever you're doing for work. So yeah, this could be the way that you specifically write it. Like I said before, it could be the way that you specifically teach things. Like other people can teach the same subject, but it might not click because you teach it a certain way that really helps and resonates with them. And this helps leads to your success in this career endeavor. This is a great card for the artists out here. If you guys chose this pile, this is definitely for you. Even if you're not like technically somebody who's like artistic, but you are creating something, say like a business, it's just the way that you present it. That's what it's coming down to. It's either the way you present your creation, the way you present your whatever it is that you're trying to like sell or you're putting out into the world in terms of career, or the way that you even present yourself is how this is gonna come up. So some people, you might not be doing anything too out of the ordinary. Like say it's like I keep going back to social media. I apologize so much, but it's just an example. Say you're like somebody who's trying to be like a tarot reader or something like that. It's just the way that you present yourself, the way you talk. Even some people just might be really good at talking, having a really good presence in terms of like the way they speak, public speaking, stuff like that. Just the way that you show it. People just really like that. And for some people, like I keep saying, it could just be the way that you show yourself. They could just like your style, even though what you're actually doing isn't anything too out of the ordinary. It's just like they like you. So anyways, let's get into the tarot cards and get a little bit deeper and further and see what career success is coming your way for pile one. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely, you guys are artsy for sure. If not traditional artsy, then this is just something you really love doing, like creative in some way, shape, or form. Queen of Swords, 100%. I keep feeling like internet, although internet does definitely, you know, obviously align with almost everything nowadays, so that makes sense. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the, oh, look at that. I'm actually, okay, so it is the Star, but I might cover her up a little bit because she's a little necked. But yeah, we have the Star in the back of the deck. Hold on. I'm just realizing as I'm covering her up with selenite that that is not the Star, that is the World. But that is really interesting to me that I thought that it was the Star. But yeah. So for people on this pile, I really do think that your success is coming online some way, shape, or form. So if you have a online business, or once again, I keep going to social media with the World and the Queen of Swords here, I kind of cannot think that because it's just like the World to me is the internet and the Queen of Swords to me is the internet and the World obviously is saying like it can be seen all over the world. So yeah, I do think that you guys are getting success from online. The Ten of Wands over here is telling me that this is something that's been really burdening you for a while. I don't know if it was burdening you because of like how long it took you to make this thing. I don't know if it was burdening you because you weren't making any money off of it. I'm not sure, but it's like all of a sudden, it is going to be seen. 100% is going to be seen. The Ten of Wands is now in reverse, saying that you're not going to have to worry about this. The burden is being lifted. So I feel like you are going to have an offer of some sort with the Knight of Cups over here. And I think it has to do with something you've been promoting. I really do. For most people, you probably are promoting this online, whether it's through social media or once again through a website, or maybe you're actually paying to promote something. Then it's working. It's gonna work. Basically, is where this is coming through. Maybe you guys are applying online for some people. I know not everybody in this pile is gonna have like their own business or try to be a content creator or whatever. So if you were trying to apply online to something, especially if it was somewhere further away than where you are, if you're trying to travel or move for a job, if you're trying to do a job in a different country or something like that, just know that this is where the success is coming in. You are gonna get it. You are gonna get an offer here. Something about this feels like even though you've been promoting yourself or even though you've been applying to places, even though you've been trying to work on your resume, however it is and however it pertains to you and what you've been doing, it feels unexpected. Like you didn't think it was going to happen with the Nine of Cups over here. But you have been putting your heart and soul into this and really trying and not giving up. But I feel like with the Ten of Wands, like I said before, I feel like it was burdening you in the past. I feel like you just really felt dragged down by trying to achieve whatever this is. And so now you're not really expecting it to come in. But when it does come in, it's closing out these old chapters in career for you. It's not going to be the same with the World. The World for me, like I said, is closing out old cycles and starting a new one. After the World card in tarot comes the Fool again, which is the new beginning. I feel like that's what's happening with this new career step, which is super exciting. So especially if you've been applying for something outside of your comfort zone or outside of something that you have done in the past for career, for job, or something that you just maybe didn't think you were going to get for whatever reason, I do see this coming for you. And it's going to be super successful. Like I keep saying, it's going to just elevate you and that much further in your career. You're not going to go back to this old cycle you've been in with your career. This is a whole new beginning in terms of career coming in for you. So I also get the feeling that a lot of people in this pile, your career success is coming in through something that you're independently doing. So for some people, yes, this could be your own business. It could be working for yourself, that sort of thing. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are self-employed though, but it just means that you're not going to be doing things with other people. Like I'm getting the vibe of like, let me think. It could definitely be work from home for some people if that's what you've been trying to do. But it's just giving the vibe of really a lot of independence here with this Queen of Swords. Like you're not gonna have to be around a lot of people in like an office. So I don't know how that resonates for a lot of guys, people in this pile. I mean, I guess if you guys are trying to be like entrepreneurs or content creators or something, that would definitely make sense. But it definitely feels really independent to me. It doesn't feel like you're gonna be answering to a lot of people or any people. I think you're gonna have a lot of freedom. That's a good way to put it. A lot of freedom here. And I do think you're going to be able to reach a lot of people. Some people in this pile might be journalists or just people who are somehow connecting to people all over the world here, whether it's through your product or through things you're saying. I don't know. I just heard voice acting. So if that's something that resonates with you, then that's awesome. That's obviously not going to be for many people, but yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are going to hear your specific voice and hear your specific words that you have to say. See what you have to give. You know what I mean? See your art, your creation, see your business, your product. And I feel like it's going to be pretty global with the world here. it's just a really freeing feeling. That's where your success is coming in. You're going to be free all of a sudden from having to answer to a bunch of people. Probably financial freedom too for a lot of you guys with this success. Once again, I can't pinpoint it for everybody. If this makes sense, it's going to make sense. I pretty much have said everything that I can say with this. I just think that it's really having to do with you promoting yourself, however that is that you've been promoting yourself. Even if it was like a paid promotion, it's going to be seen. It's going to be seen. So yeah, I really think that's great for you. And I really think that you're not going to have to worry about the burdens anymore of past career that you had or past financial things that you had going on or past maybe like bosses that you had. You're just not gonna have to worry about it anymore with the 10 of Wands in reverse. A burden's getting lifted off your shoulders, and it's gonna be really, really awesome for you. So if you're waiting for some sort of offer to come in, oh sorry, just moved the whole table. If you're waiting for some sort of offer to come in from a job, then just know, especially if it's like an online job, just know, or work from home job, then just know that it's definitely coming in. Yeah, if it's not an offer, then it's your specific like artistic ability that you're trying to get monetized, or your specific work that you're trying to get monetized, your specific products that you're trying to make money off of. Just know, whatever your heart and your passions are in with this Knight of Cups, it's definitely going to be seen, it's going to be heard, it's going to be profitable, and you're going to be really successful in this. So just keep going with this. All right, let's get an oracle card for you guys. I think that's all I'm seeing here. Let's get an oracle card and see what we say for your career success coming your way. I can't talk today, and I'm so sorry. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. All right, career success coming their way for pile one. Family. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, transform. This is where that world card came in. This is definitely going to transform not only your finances, obviously, but it's definitely going to transform what you do for work from here on out. Because I thought this was the star before. I mean, not everybody in this pile obviously is going to be famous, but it's feeling like you're going to have like a leg up of like, my name is this and this is my work. So, you know, like you're not going to offer me this position because that's kind of beneath me. I don't know. That sounds really like snooty, but not in a snooty way. But I just feel like this is going to be something that's very, like not a lot of people accomplish this level. You know what I mean? There's a lot to back here. So yeah, I just feel like you're not going to have to go back to old pay or old career fields that you might have been in, or kind of having to, you know, deal with a lot of the stress and burdens that you had to deal with before. It's totally transformed from here on out. We also have energy with a hummingbird. Yeah, I do think that this is something that's all of a sudden like coming in with this, because this is giving me Eight of Wands vibes. Like I wasn't expecting it, even though you were working for it. Like you just didn't expect it to happen when it's happening. I think it's because you've been trying for so long, and it's just been like never good enough. It felt like with this 10 of Wands over here, it just felt like you had to keep carrying everything on your shoulders, and it was just too much to handle. But now this is going to come in, and you're like all of a sudden like, whoa, what happened? But in a good way. I did say work from home vibes. This is where this is coming from. So for some people in this pile, you're going to be really successful doing something where you can either be in your house more, or you have more time, like work-life balance, for sure. Especially if it's like a online job or something like that, or something where you like just don't have to be there all the time, or you don't have to answer to a boss as much. There's just like a lot more independence here, and I think you're gonna have a lot more time to hang out with friends and family and do stuff that you want to do. And if it's not like family, like specifically, say you just, I don't know, you don't have your own family, or you're not really close to your actual family, I just think this is like more of like house and home. You can do more things that you want to do, maybe even like your pets or something like that. I just feel like you're not gonna have to be struggling with these burdens over here as much. I also feel like you're gonna finally have a community or a place, like found family. It feels like it just feels like a community of people who you really appreciate, and who really appreciate you, whoever that means. It doesn't have to mean that, you know, it could mean like if you were like a content creator, it could mean like your community on there. It doesn't mean you have to be like, you know, hanging out with them or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. It's just like some sort of community, it feels like, whether or not you're an actual content creator. Like obviously not everybody in this file is going to be one, but it just feels like some sort of community that you feel like is found family. Like I found my place. That's really interesting and beautiful. And yeah, that's where you're going to find your success as well. So let's get one last card for you guys in this pile, and we can see, hold on, I dropped it. What career success is coming your way? I really need to get career cards. That's what I need to do. All right. What career success is coming for pile 1? Career success is coming for pile 1. We have the mountain and the vision. Yeah, this is why I can't really give you two direct answers in this pile specifically, is because everybody has a different thing that they've been trying to achieve in this pile. And once again, I feel like a lot of you guys are artists of some sort. You guys have creations of some sort, entrepreneurship, things like that. So everybody's vision in this pile is going to be so different, which is why I can't pinpoint exactly where it is. All I can say is, especially if you've been promoting things, especially if you've been trying to get the word out, be seen, get your artistic works out, get your products be seen, especially if you're doing online business and things like that, that's where your success is coming in. And it's going to be something that you hold dear to your heart. So it's going to be something, this is going to resonate or it's not. If this is not resonating at all, this is not your group, because this is your vision. I think it's been your vision for a while, because isn't this interesting? I did shuffle these too. The vision actually has the mountain in it, and the mountain's right here. It's like you guys had been climbing this mountain for a while. I think this is something you've been trying to do for a long time, and you're finally seeing success in it. It's kind of giving me, I keep going back to social media, but I apologize. But it's kind of giving me like, Mr. Beast on here on social media. If you watch his old videos, he was doing it for like 5 or 6 years or something crazy, getting like no views. And I remember him saying that his like family and stuff like that were being like, well, you need to figure out something to do with your life. You're not going to college and all that stuff. Then all of a sudden he not only blew up, but became one of the biggest people on the whole platform. It's because he held his vision, whether or not you like Mr. Beast. That was just an example that came to mind. But yeah, I just feel like you guys have been through the ringer trying to make this a reality. I really do. Whatever this is, this vision that you've been holding, this artistic thing that you've been pursuing, this creative endeavor that you've been trying to make into your career, this entrepreneur journey that you've been trying to go on. It's been a journey, which is that 10 of Wands, and you are going to find success in this. So just keep going. And I feel like this is coming in when you least expect it, with the energy and the hummingbird over there. It's going to be like all of a sudden, like, and you're not even going to believe it almost, because because it's just like, what? Where did this come from? Like, yes, I've been working on it, but I guess like I've never seen this results before. So I expected it, but I didn't. Yeah, it's definitely coming. So just keep holding your vision in this pile, because that is where your success lies, is through your own creations and your own creative endeavors and things like that. So anyways, that is all I see for you guys in pile 1. I hope that resonated. Let me know down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, pile 2. If you guys chose the Bismuth, then this is your reading. I do have to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And legally, I have to say this is for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, but if you chose the Bismuth, then this is your reading. We're going to see what career success is coming your way. So I did actually pull with these tarot cards. I did pull an oracle card. I didn't want you guys to choose from them in the beginning, because I thought it'd be fun to be like, does this match up with what you're trying to do? But yeah, so your card that you got was individuation. So your individuality is what I'm getting out of this. It says, I recognize others as different aspects of consciousness, no greater or lesser than myself, all journeying at our own pace. I acknowledge, accept, and celebrate difference as I go inward to connect with my deepest self, my truths, my desires, and my joys. I am a unique spark of the divine, expressing my own unique vibration and life purpose. I follow my own path. So right off the bat, if you guys are trying to be business owners or work for yourself, entrepreneurs, anything like that, anything where you don't have to answer to somebody, or even if you did have like a boss, it was just more like laid back, where you're kind of like your own boss still, 100% that's where you're going to find your success with your career. I also get that people in this pile will get their success in career sense off of things that others don't really do. It's like take the path less traveled is what I'm hearing. So whether or not that means like in general, a lot of people don't really do the career that you want to do or that you're going to find success in, or it could just be like in your group of people you keep around you. So like maybe in your family unit and your friend unit or whatever. This isn't going to be something that you guys see a lot of people around you do. That's where you're going to find your success, is like the path less traveled is what I'm getting out of that card. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I also feel like with this pile, you might have been drawn to a couple different other piles. I mean, I know I only have 3 piles, but if you were drawn to a different pile, then that's just confirmation. If not, then that's fine. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are like trendsetters of some sort in this pile, or at least that's where you're gonna find your career success. If you're not a trendsetter right now and you're like, what? I don't know what to tell you. That's what you chose this pile intuitively. That's what I'm getting off of that. All right, so let's get your tarot cards and get a little deeper. So we have death, we have Ace of Wands, the birth of something new. Yeah, this is exactly what that is. King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is saying making something out of nothing. And the Moon reversed. Interesting. Like I said with the individuation card, I feel like a lot of people in this pile are going to find their career success as some sort of leaders. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if some people in this pile find their career success in things like politics. It doesn't necessarily have to be politics per se, but do you get the scope of what I'm saying here? This is giving like I change things and give out new ideas, and that's what I get paid for in my career. That's how I am successful in my career. And with the Moon in reverse, it's like bringing things that are kept in the dark to light, kind of like wading through a lot of things that might be not so, that are kind of more complicated, that a lot of people don't want to have to deal with. Complicated topics that people don't want to have to deal with. That's what you guys are going to shine doing. It's like bringing light to things that are really confusing to others. This could even be my scientific pile too. If anyone's here doing things with science, I'm not gonna say too many examples of that because I don't really know many scientific things. But yeah, if you do anything that has to do with science or like biology, I'm getting too with this. I don't know why, but if you are trying to do something with that, just know that you will find success in those sort of things. But especially anybody who's trying to do anything where you are your own boss, you kind of are somebody who is making decisions, somebody who is in a position of authority, somebody who is a change maker. You make change, or you set trends, things like that. That's where you're going to find your career success 100%. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you could be creative in this pile too. If you are, it'd be somebody who kind of comes up with new ideas that haven't been seen before. I'm thinking in my head right now like fashion. You think of new fashion trends that haven't been seen before. Like you guys would be the ones to set that trend. Like you transform something, especially if you're kind of taking, once again, King of Pentacles over here, something that doesn't seem like it would have much backing to it. Like maybe people are like, well, why would anyone wear that? It's like giving that sort of vibe where you're the one who's setting the trend here. You bring the idea to the table, but not only do you bring it to the table, you bring it to the table successfully, and you actually change others' opinions with this Moon in reverse and the Death card. So some people in this pile might do really well with, like, I don't know why I'm getting some people in this pile could be like uh DIY. Like I don't know what that has to do with anything, whether or not you're like doing DIY things online or on tutorial. I'm getting like tutorials. Maybe it's even teaching things, because this is like somebody who doesn't have a lot of resources with the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's like somehow your career, you're successful in your career, taking things that don't have much value and transforming them into something that's valuable with the Ace of Wands here. So whether that's teaching people how to do it, or you're actually just doing that for your career and making something into something new. I know it's really vague, but I'm getting like with that, when I say that, I'm getting like I said, like if you like are somebody who does DIY things, or if you're somebody who like deals in antiques or something, or wants to do something like that. I know these are really, really specific examples, kind of make it into, if this is resonating, you kind of have to make it into what fits for you. But that's the vibe I'm getting. So yeah, you're just going to be successful in aspects that other people just don't see the joy in doing in their career. That sounds really bad. But once again, with my examples that I had, some people just don't see the value in it. For some people, it's just too complicated. So that's where I'm getting like the politicians, the people who are in like science or like biology, or just these fields that are super complicated that most people either don't want to do, they aren't smart enough to do, or they just like, it's way too complicated for them to do. I see a lot of people in this pile definitely being successful in fields like that. Or for others, they just don't see the value in it. Once again, going back to like the DIY or like the tutorial type of thing, like they just don't think that it can look a certain way. Like you guys think outside the box in this pile, it feels like, to make something look like something else. So yeah, you guys in this pile are just going to be successful in basically changing other people's minds, especially in a sense of like, you're your own boss and you have your own business and you kind of run it this way, or in the sense of you are in a position of leadership and like that is your job, is to kind of change people's minds and like transform things and to bring light into situations that people either are scared to see, they don't want to see. Some people in this pile can even find success being like therapists and stuff like that, especially if it was like with it doesn't have to be like grief therapy, but like any sort of therapist or therapy, or just bringing light to things that people, this is giving 8th house energy, so bringing light to things that people are like scared to see. For some people with this over here with the moon too, it could even be spirituality. You could be changing the ways people see certain spiritual or religious aspects right here with the death card and the ace of wands. It's just like you're presenting something new, taking something old, revamping it in some way and presenting something new, whether or not that's in the spiritual field or any of these other fields that I've said. That is exactly what I feel you guys are having success in this pile. So I hope that made sense. It makes sense to me, but this is like a very broad range of fields that it could be. Obviously, everybody in this pile is going to have very differing interests and obviously very different careers. So once again, I hope it made sense, but it's just giving overall success with your career here is whatever career you're in, it's going to be something where you're some sort of leader, trendsetter, and or like you're your own boss, entrepreneur type of energy. And you're also definitely going to be taking something that is something other people don't find valuable, or they're kind of like scared to look into too much. They just like don't want to deal with it. Or maybe it's even just a little bit too complicated for people. Therefore, they just like, they don't want to deal with it. You're the person who's going to take that information, take that object, take that moon energy up here and transform it into something that is like digestible for them, whether that's like a physical thing that's they can now use again, or like an idea, or for some people, I'm even getting, like I said, like legal things, like legal manners, where it's just like, this is a new idea coming in that you guys can now digest, and it's like easier for you to understand. That's what I think you guys are going to be successful with in this pile. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, you guys are just making things exciting for people again with some like ideas and aspects and concepts for sure. Or you're making it just less complicated, or you're just making it more fun, or you're making it look pretty again, things like that. So anyways, let's get into some oracle cards. Let's see what success is coming in for you guys in your career. What success is coming in for pile 2 with their career. I'm going to shuffle one more time actually. Let me know down below if that made sense, especially if this is what you want to do in your career. I don't think this is going to be a surprise for most people in this pile. This is giving strong like leader energy, like you worked for this, so, and very passionate energy too. So I don't think it's going to be like what I'm saying. If it's like totally surprising, you're like, oh, I didn't think that would be what you said, it might not be your pile, but once again, use your intuition. All right, so what success is coming in for pile 2 in their career? Look at that, mystery in reverse. You guys are literally solving the mystery. No, not really. But you guys are taking something that to others is just really complicated, really mysterious, like maybe even scary. I feel like some people might even be scared by certain things that you guys deal with. And you're changing it into something that is more digestible for some people. In whatever way that makes sense in your career, like that's what you guys are doing. It's like you're unveiling the mystery here. Some people, this could literally be like taking certain information and putting it into like more common terms, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like a scary document or something where it's just like, what in the hell does that even mean? Like, yeah, there's a lot of words, but what does this mean? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it will be your job, and your career success will come from taking things like that and making it into something that is like, oh, now I get it. Thank you for translating that, you know? Yeah, I knew I felt the energy of protection here. Like I said, it's going to be different for everybody, but some people, it could literally be like spiritual, in a spiritual nature that you guys are doing this. For other people, it could be in like a psychologically, why can I say that? Psychology way that you're doing this in terms of like therapy and stuff. Other people, it could be environmental, it could be with politics, things like that. It's just really like you feel like you're protecting things here with the protect card. And inspire, yeah, 100%. I definitely got the vibe that some people in this pile are like teachers of some sort, or you're making something really cool that might not have been like cool before, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm working on not I tend to repeat myself a lot. I'm a Pisces Mercury, so I'm working on it, but I'm trying not to do that. So I'm just gonna go to the last card and see what we can get for you guys. What career success is coming for pile 2? What career success is coming in for pile 2? Ooh. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, look, this is the energy that, oh, that was a lot. Okay. So we have the riddle, which is what I was saying before. This is basically talks about something that seems unsolvable. A lot of you guys are just intellectuals of some sort, definitely leaders and intellectuals in this pile. So you guys take things that a lot of people don't even want to look at or want to understand, and that's where you're going to find success. Whatever way that works for you, politics, science, religion, I don't know, but that's where you're finding your success. Yeah, the dead end. Other people gave up on this. They either thought it wasn't worth dealing with anymore. Could even be other people they thought wasn't worth dealing with anymore. Concepts that just were really scary to people. They don't want to look at it. It scares them, especially if it deals with like actual death over here too. Yeah, this is where the dead end is. You're the ones coming in and like picking up. You could even be, some people in this pile could even find success being something like a detective or something, or people who work in like Thanatos energy. Thanatos was the god of death. It's just like the energy of like hospice or something like that. It's just other people don't want to look at this stuff. They've given up on this stuff for whatever reason, and you guys take it and you revamp it and you give life back into it somehow. And it doesn't have to be scary. Like I said, for some people, the DIY example, it could be like just something that people thought like, oh, that's a piece of junk, and you're like, and they give up on it, like throw it out or whatever, and you're like, no, it's not, and you take it and you make it into something really freaking cool. So not all of it's scary, but yeah, you get it. The mountain, yeah, I think you help people. Some people in this power are going to find success helping people on really hard journeys, especially if they've been given up on, or it could even be animals and stuff like that too. But yeah, and then the underworld. This is 100% the vibe I was getting. That's the energy of death, but it doesn't have to be physical death. Obviously, for some people in this pile, it could, but yeah, it's just giving the energy of eighth house a lot. So you could look up the eighth house, but it's anything to do with death, taxes, spirituality, things that are usually hidden in the dark, things that people don't want to talk about because they're complicated, they're frightening, they have a lot of weight to them, they're heavy, they're yeah, you get the vibe. So yeah, that's where I think you guys are going to find your success in this file. So I hope that helped. I hope I didn't repeat myself too many times in this file. If you guys want to let me know down below so I can kind of get a more clear idea what you guys are trying to do in this file in your career, if this resonated, you can let me know, because that will help me out a lot to be like, oh, that makes sense. Then let me know down below. I'd love to hear it. If not, obviously, thank you for watching anyways. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you guys chose this titanium amethyst, then this is your reading. So I do have to say that this is a general reading. It is for entertainment purposes only, and I do have to legally say that this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I just repeated myself. Anyways, so I did pre-pull an oracle card. I didn't want you guys to have to choose from it just because it does have words on it, and I didn't want to like skew your opinion. I don't know. Sometimes when I pick a cards that have words on it, sometimes I'm like, did I really want to pick that, or did I just read it and like, yeah, that works. Anyways, so the card you got was heart chakra, and it says harmony. So it says, my mind, body, spirit work in harmony with each other, aligned with body, my will in the divine will. I have balance in my life with room for both pleasure and purpose. My giving and receiving of love and abundance are in perfect balance. I am balanced. So you're definitely going to find success in your career with some sort of harmony with this heart chakra right here. So we're going to get into the tarot cards to get a clearer picture of this. But what I'm getting off of this right now, for some reason, I'm getting some people in this pile might find success doing things with like the physical body. So that could be helping out people with their physical body in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know if some of you guys are doctors, nutritionists, or if that's what you want to be. If that is clicking and resonating, then that 100% is where you're going to find your success with your harmony. Is also giving me people who would work with others to bring balance into their life. So maybe like therapists, counselors, something along the lines. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a therapist or a counselor, but you get the vibe. Something along the lines of that. It's feeling like you guys are giving balance to people, like it says here. It could even be in some sort of spiritual concepts that you guys are working in for sure. Like I could think like yoga and stuff, all that kind of does have to do with the body too. But it could be any sort of harmony that you guys do in spiritual work or want to do with spiritual work. It could even be like chakra work. This is very specific examples. So obviously take what resonates and what doesn't. But yeah, that's what I'm getting off that card right now. You guys could have to, could find success doing something if you guys work with the heart in some way, shape, or form. I already said the doctor, but yeah, that could be like physical heart work in some way, shape, or form that you find success in doing, or it could even be like just the concept of the heart. So I think of love personally. So if you guys want to go into any fields where you work with relationships, where you work with couples, where you work with like people who are falling in love, whether that be you working in like something like a wedding or something. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the tarot cards and see exactly what we have here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Moon. And I'm gonna fix these, don't worry. The Lovers. What did I just got done saying about the heart. Yeah, I was getting this vibe. The Lovers. All right, let me fix these. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys find career success in helping other people, especially if you're helping other people, like teaching them how to choose a path. Because the Lovers to me could mean absolutely like, you know, actual relationship sort of things. If you're trying to find a career in that, you could definitely have success to do with careers that involve relationships of some sort. But it's also giving me like somebody choosing a path, especially with the Moon here. It's like somebody's really confused and doesn't know where to go, and you're bringing the like security and stability with the Knight of Pentacles here. You're helping them get to these steps in order to get to where they want to go here with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. I mean, we do have the card of children here, so some people this could be literal teaching, like teaching kids or teaching some sort of school or university or something like that. But other people, I'm getting the vibe of it's more of it could be even teaching people how to build a career, build a job, build a sort of entrepreneur journey. You're just setting. You're like, I feel like you guys are being like, this is how I did it. Step one, step two, step three. It's like a coaching course for some people. I feel like a lot of you guys might find success in that, especially because I did say the physical body before. So if you guys are planning on doing that, like training people, training athletes, I'm really this pile is like really difficult for me to find examples because it's like never something I've looked into doing. But yeah, I'm just getting the vibe. There's a lot of like teaching energy here. You're not making the choice for people, but you're showing them like, hey, this is how I did it, or I went to school and like now I can teach you how to do X, Y, and Z, that sort of thing. Like a lot of people in this pile are going to come to you because they are confused in life. They don't know where to go, where to turn with the Moon right here. And you're going to give out like a really good, clear path for them to choose. Like, okay, this is what you can do, or this is what you can do. And you're going to set the course for them in some way, shape, or form. This pile is hard to give actual examples for because it's going to be so different for everybody. But I'm just getting the vibe that you guys will find your most career success in showing other people who are confused, or using your expertise to help other people who are confused about something. You guys in this pile are going to find career success giving your expertise on subjects that people go to you to. So, for example, a lot of people in this pile might find their success being, say, a lawyer, a doctor, a police officer, just somebody who you went through the training, you had the schooling, or you yourself have the expertise, maybe because you did it yourself, you built the business yourself, you went through training of some sort. They go to you because you're an expert in a field, right? They're confused. They don't know how to fix a problem. You're the one that's they're going to go to help them fix this problem. You're going to bring in the safety, the security, the stability for these people to help them make a decision because they can trust you with your expertise. They're going to make a decision how to move forward from here. People are going to come to you when they're kind of, I don't want to say stuck in a rut because not everybody's going to be in a field where, you know, you have people coming to you specifically during that time, but people are going to come to you when they're out of their depth. That's a good way to put it. When they're out of their league, if you will. I don't know how else to phrase this. It's going to look different for everybody, but you're the one that they're going to turn to when they need advice, when they need counsel, when they need help, when they need to know. This is, to me, it's just giving decision. I need to make a decision and I don't have the knowledge or the know-how to make this decision. That's why I need to go to you, pile 3, because you guys do have what I need in order to make this decision. I hope that makes sense. And I know that I gave the example of doctor or lawyer, but it could be anything that people need expertise on. You are what they are going, not what, you are who they're going to see to get that expertise. So anything that other people would go and pay money for to get some counsel, to get some advice, to help them clear up what they're confused about, to help them clear up what they're scared about, that's where you're going to succeed in your career. So some other examples, especially with the Lovers here in this, could definitely be even like therapy, some sort of grief counseling, trauma counseling. I don't know why I keep going to counseling specifically, but I'm even seeing in my mind's eye, like, you know, those people who try to go on Etsy and sell on Etsy and then they can't do it. And I'm talking about myself when I say this. I tried and I failed. But yeah, so it's like things like that where like I didn't know the platform. So what did I start doing? I started watching these people who have actually done it and who have successfully made shops and successfully sold things on Etsy. So I went because clearly I was out of my league. I was so confused. This moon right here, 100% what this energy is. And so I went and I watched their videos on YouTube. And of course that was free, but they also had courses which you could actually buy and they could help you out through those courses. It's things like that. Or it could be one-on-one mentorship of something too. This could be anything to do with any sort of trade, absolutely, especially with the Knight of Pentacles here. Some people in this pile might even find success in fields where you're dealing with 8th house energy. So I know I already kind of went over like psychological things or therapy or things like that. This could also be spirituality. I mean, we do have a little, well, he's an angel, but he looks like he's a priest or a minister at a church marrying 2 people. It could even be in religion, something like that. Just people are very confused when they go and seek you out because you are somehow the expert, or you have some sort of authority where they can trust you to help them solve this confusion, to help them get out of this fear, right? It's like you help them find a way. They make their own choice in the end, but you help them get out of this rut, out of this bad situation, out of this confusing energy, out of this fearful energy. We do have a lot of animals on this card too. Like we have these animals right here and the horse. So you could even be, some people in this pile could even be like veterinarians. There's a lot of houses on this card too. So this could even be people dealing with real estate or homes of some sort. It could even be like not just necessarily real estate, but building homes, just something like that. You guys have an expertise that other people are going to go to you, and you're going to either give your advice or show them how to do it or offer a course, teach them something, and that is how guys are going to be successful in your career. I hope this made sense. Anyways, I'm going to pull some oracle cards because I think that's all I can really say. I hope that made sense for you guys, but it makes sense to me. But I'm like, it was a little bit harder to clearly articulate this pile compared to the other ones. So let me know down below if you kind of got where I was coming from there. Let me know if it resonated. So let's see what the oracle cards say. Where is pile 3 going to find their success in their career? I also kind of moved this a little bit when I was doing something, and you can kind of tell it's moved over there. So I'm sorry. All right, where will pile 3 find their career success? Yeah, instinct in reverse. These people don't like, it's not something where they can just be like, oh, I'm just going to trust my gut on this one. No, they're lost. They're confused. They're scared in some cases. For some people in this pile with your career, they're scared, and that's when they turn to you. They can't find the answers. Yeah, intention. And then we also have energy. Yeah, this, whatever they're dealing with over here is probably draining them too. They're probably tired. I mean, especially with the example of like the lawyers and the doctors and stuff like that, like a lot of people don't just go see those people in good times. It's sometimes not all good and happy and go lucky, so I do feel like people are going to kind of gravitate towards you guys in this pile because of maybe not the best situations, but that's just kind of what you deal with. It could even be debt too with the moon here. It's just giving 8th house, so that could be anything to do with debt. I mean, you can look up the 8th house energy. It encompasses a lot. Occult knowledge. Some people in this pile could even be like freaking I wouldn't say this if you guys weren't on a tarot reading, but people in this knowledge could even be those people who like go to a house and like help people get rid of ghosts or something. I know that's a very specific example, but it doesn't have to be specifically that, but something to do with like spirituality, you know what I mean? Like occult knowledge or something like that. Like I could totally see you guys in this pile doing that. So I hope that made sense. Let's get one last card for you guys in pile 3. I'm so sorry that this freaking thing is such a weird angle now. I was having the worst problems with my freaking angles. I thought I got better, but I guess not. Last card for pile 3. Where will pile 3 find their career success? You could even be like a tarot reader like me, helping people to make decisions. Yeah. Where will pile 3 find their success? I know it's a very broad thing that I just said, but it depends on what your expertise is. All right, I am gonna move it. I wasn't gonna, but it's bothering me. The warrior, yeah, it's because you are going to help them face something that they don't know how to face. They don't have the energy to face. They don't have the expertise to face. And once again, it doesn't always have to be bad. I think for some people in this pile with the moon energy, it could definitely be you deal with people in crisis. But for others, it could be like, I don't know. I need to fix my plumbing. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to go to you. You know what I mean? That was a weird example. But the cave. And then we also have the career. Yeah. I was feeling that some people were like teaching, and it doesn't always have to be, once again, it doesn't always have to be negative or bad or anything. It's just like other people are just confused. It's complicated. They don't get it. That's where you guys are going to come in. So Anyways, that's all I see for you guys in pile 3. Once again, hope it resonated. Let me know down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.